Hello and welcome to another Watch Report video review. My name is James Stacy and today we're taking a look at the new Benarus Remora. Benarus, you might remember, we reviewed their Moray and World Diver GMT Auto last year and came away really impressed with both. The good kit, nice build quality, and on the GMT you got an excellent movement that kept really good time, so it was a great watch all around. The Remora does a really good job of straddling kind of a tool diver in quality and build and some of the craftsmanship, which I'll highlight in a moment. But it also gives you this vintage diver look that's become so popular. You're really getting, you get your kind of your vintage cushion case. You're getting hooded lugs. The overall look, I think, is excellent. So let's dig in a little deeper and see what's below the surface. The case is 44 millimeters wide without the crown, 13 millimeters tall. Bezel's 42 millimeters, so that's more or less how the watch wears at about 42 millimeters. 22 millimeter lugs, so it's not a huge watch. We see them with 24 more occasionally these days. Limited to 150 pieces directly through Benarus. And this one is actually running on a movement I have no experience with previously, the Miyota 9015, which is a Citizen company. Miyota makes this 9015 is meant to be the step up from the 8215, which we've seen in the Benarus Moray. And this one is pinned on being a much better movement, a much more capable movement, more robust, better time, and better decorated. And what I can say is this watch is actually running about 2 seconds fast for 3, 4, 5 days at a time. It keeps almost perfect time, definitely within chronometer specs. I wear it all the time, and then it sits left side down in a case, and it keeps beautiful time that way. Benarus is selling these direct from their site between $610 and $650, depending on if you're in the US or international. And there's still a few black dial, stainless steel left, and there's a couple with a different dial design that you should check out if you're interested. But here's the reasons why you might like it. First of all, the case is quite unique. You'll see here that it's almost concave through here. This is like a leading edge. Really comfortable, and you can see this curve is very much wrist shaped. I can show you this in a moment. It really does hold onto the wrist quite well. The next would be the detail in the dial. Typical with Benarus, you get just a really crisp, really clean dial. Lots of luminous paint on the hands, hour markers, numerals. It's excellent, and you get a matched date wheel that just kind of hides in there. I think it's great. The crown snuggles right into its lugs when it's screwed down. It's a signed crown. And then standard setting, you get a nice bezel, which is light enough to use with one hand easily, but it really doesn't jump around or skip. And one of the biggest features of this watch is this bezel is actually made out of ceramic, extremely hard to scratch. And the really cool thing is, so this watch would retail at about $600, $650. The bezel replacement, the ceramic bezel replacement on a Rolex GMT is far more than this entire watch costs. A ceramic bezel is not generally seen on an independent brand. There's a few others that have used them, but this is an excellent feature. None of these markers are luminous, just the pip at 12, but you should have trouble scratching this. And it really is a nicely built watch. You get a good feel. It has a nice weight. It includes the mesh bracelet, the fold over clasp. No dive extension on this one. You get micro adjustments. Included with the package from Benarus, you get this travel case. I'm sure they come in a variety of colors. I'm not sure it's an option that you can choose. You get your card, a space for straps, spare links and such, and it includes a really nice Italian rubber dive strap, kind of not quite an isoframe style, but it's definitely really nice. It's really soft. You get the vanilla scent. I really like it, and because with the shrouded or hooded lugs, it fits in perfectly, and I like these little details. So what we'll do is we will give the Remora a charge under the light, and we'll take a look at its luminous properties. Okay, so 30-second charge under a 25 watt halogen. And this is what you'll get. It's extremely bright, keeps up with any Seiko I've ever had. I actually think the hands are brighter than what I'm used to on the Seiko Monster. This will last for quite a few hours, specifically if you've been out working in the sun and it's got like a daily prolonged charge, or even I find it always seems to be charged just from having my arm up on the windowsill of the car. It always seems to carry a good charge. It's super easy to read. It's very bright. Take a look at a wrist shot here. This is where the curvature of the case really comes into play. You can see how low it sits, even for being 13 millimeters. It sits very low. It's extremely comfortable, and I don't find it too heavy with the bracelet at all. I really like everything about the Remora. I think this is an excellent watch for the money. This is exactly what you want to get from an independent dive watch manufacturer. You're getting high-end technology with the ceramic and a great movement that seems to keep beautiful time. You get a bracelet that you're not going to see on a lot of the other watches, and you get it for a reasonable price given the kit. So yeah, for $600 to $650 direct from Benarus. This has been the video review of the Benarus Remora from Watch Report. Thanks very much for watching.